Paul Koehler from Florida, looking for his first victory, has put together 10 strikes and a 278 to defeat Steve Hoskins, who shot a big 256. And the final game is coming up in this event at Joe Louis Arena.
Not for the faint-hearted, Chris. 240 or better to win this championship game. I don't give an edge to either player, even though Koehler's never been there before. Husted, no chinks in his armor, but he's going for his second U.S. Open title. It's a barn burner.
Well, I just wish the man for whom this arena is named were alive, because he loved bowling, he loved golf, but he bowled with your dad.
Yes, he did. During World War II, my dad, Joe Louis, and the great Willie Hoppy toured many military bases. Joe Louis was a 170-plus player, and right now 170 won't get you a bite in this game. You better have that about the 8th frame as David Husted throws the opening shot, championship match, U.S. Open.
11 titles, including the 1982 United States Open in Milwaukee, Oregon. 34 years old. Next week, April 14th. 35. All right, here he is. The new darling of the PBA set.
Let's see what that last game took out of him, Chris. There is a lot of work throwing 10 strikes in a row to win your first game in a championship round.
So smooth at the line.
His fundamentals are so good now. When I first met him as a rookie 3 years ago, Chris, he stepped across. His right hip was not in line with his target as he went down the lane, and since then he's made so many different changes where his horizontal alignment of his hips and shoulders are parallel to the intended target, and that's what you need to get away with mistakes. He's got the strong ball. Right now he's throwing 11 strikes in a row.
12 in a row, and if they were in the same game.
Well, they call that in the old days a Verapapa 300. Andy Verapapa, the oldest man to ever win this tournament at age 56.
Every great name seems to have won the United States Open.
You bet.
But the champ of '82 is right there to answer back.
Here's just a dynamite, time-proven style. David Husted, everything in good shape, high backswing, lets it just flow right on through. Hits the line solid, down, good athletic ability. Very important to keep the pressure on Koehler. It's going to be the man who breaks first in this championship.
David Husted, who also won the Brunswick World Open Championship, and we'll be doing the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions 2 weeks from today. Another arena setting. Final stop for ABC on the 1995 PBA Tour.
Two slightly different styles here. Koehler rolling the ball smoothly at the foul line, as he is right there.
Okay, next Saturday, the Professional Bowlers Tour rolls into Canada. PBF President Walter Ray Williams Jr. takes aim at bowling's big guns in the IOF Foresters Open in Markham, Ontario. That's live next Saturday at 3 Eastern, 2 Central, here on ABC Sports.
What's at stake for Koehler here? His first victory, obviously. Tournament of Champions for 3 years. A lifetime exemption into the U.S. Open and $46,000. A lot at stake for this young man.
14 in a row. We're at Joe Louis Arena, downtown Detroit. The U.S. Open. Yes, it's Eagle Trophy. Appears to be hang gliding over downtown Detroit.
ABC Sports coverage of the Professional Bowlers Tour. Brought to you by Brunswick. Get in the zone with Brunswick. Quality, comfort, Clarion, and Sleep Hotels. And Napa Auto Parts. We keep America running.
4 specially installed temporary lanes by AMF in the center between the blue lines of hockey. Here at Joe Louis Arena, there is no ice on the floor. Had 3 in a row going for him. Dave Husted, shot in the 4th frame. He has left the 2 and sleeper 8. Last Last year, David won 2 tournaments in Bedford, Ohio, Kennewick, Washington. This year, he won in Las Vegas, the Showboat. He sort of moved with his hand to his back like he had pulled something or strained it, and he's wincing. He is wincing in pain. Oh, like he's having trouble with his left leg. It was on the left side. Let's watch now as he shoots in the 5th frame. Left lane. And he is hurting. He is hurting, but he made a strike. Okay, Bo.
Thank you, Chris Schenkel. A quest rule is very simply this. If Dave Husted cannot continue, he forfeits the match. There is no alternate. And Steve Hoskins, you had to be surprised that Koehler was standing that pressure he put on him in the semifinal.
I really wasn't. I've known Paul for years. We're very good friends. He comes to the house a lot. He's a pretty cool customer, as he proved. This is really the title match everyone should want, because these 2 guys go better than everybody all week
in a row.
One of these 2 guys deserves this tournament.
Stuart, Florida. Must be jumping. A lot of discomfort. Did he stick on the right lanes? Did he? Well. Paul Koehler is halfway to a Bowling Proprietors of America $100,000 bonus. Can he do it? He has 16 in a row now.
He has to still think about winning the tournament, though.
Oh, yes.
Husted's not going to throw in the towel unless he's injured.
Right there, throws it.
He's holding his back, Chris.
Yes.
You're right.
Yep. Just over the kidney area.
I'll tell you what may have happened. It happened to me once, 1980 Masters. On synthetic lanes, sometimes when a person perspires, it drips on the approach. You don't see it, and it causes you to stick. And what happened, it might happen to Husted, and it's his obligation to make sure the approach is clear. So it's not Koehler's fault. Husted's going to do the best he can. This match is far from over, and I'm sure it's not a decoy shot out there. He's really hurting.
Look at that. You're looking at one of the terrific athletes on the Professional Bowlers Tour, and you'd want him for your neighbor, believe me. Ian Michelle, his wife, and Champ, his dad, in bowling forever. Milwaukee, Oregon. Now, 7th frame.
What a run, 16 strikes in a row. But by no means has he locked up a championship. Here you see the half 10. He breaks the 7-10 down with a little action, the head pin over with the 4-pin. Important to make this spare because lurking is David Husted. A little disturbance on the side as a re-rack happens. Koehler stepping back very wisely.
Looked off to his right as we had pins reset in the left lanes.
All important to make the spare. We've seen championship matches go down the drain with missed spares a lot this year.
$11-10 separating a non-national winner in Paul Koehler and an 11-time champion, including a United States Open, Dave Husted. Great press coverage here this week. Matt Fiorito and Jerry Green and Tom Murkowski. The News and Free Press. Starting to look tired, and no wonder with the pressure of that semifinal game, and now this for his first win, but a tough opponent.
Husted with that big loft on the ball is catching it on an upstroke. That's a good sign. He's waiting for the ball. He lets his wrist roll under it, and he lifts the ball out on the lane. He's not plopping it out there. He's lifting it out. That's what he's looking for. He's hurting, but it's easier to throw one shot than it is two, and for the first time in the match, he can take the lead. 9th frame, 57th game over 7 days for David Husted. U.S. Open title at stake would be his second.
Hitch or hurt happened in the 4th frame of this final game. He's just putting everything into the shot, Bo. His whole body is, you know, and I know it hurts.
No doubt, Chris. It's exactly what you have to do. You have to go with the whip. This is the big time. This isn't practice. This isn't a regional tournament. This isn't a local shot. This is for the big one. The Carters, the Webbers, the Verapapas, the Days, they've all won this tournament. One of these players must come away a winner.
Other names, Bob Strampy, who is here in the audience, winning in 1964. The man that did some commentary with us way back.
Well, Koehler gets the modern strike. The 6 taps on the 10. The head pin was coming after it. Right now, Paul Koehler stands on the threshold of his first victory. He needs 3 strikes to win Lock City, no matter what Husted does. 10th frame. Chris, you could hear that ball double dribble. The nerves got to him. He got a little bit over it with his shoulders. He drops the ball in there. He's left the 5-7 split. He must go for it. Must go for it in this situation to have any chance of beating Husted. Husted will not give this one back. Needs to get the ball to the right of the 5 pin and slide it over into the 7. The odds in normal conditions are about 2-1 for a pro. Who can say in this situation? Not to be. Here's the situation for David Husted to capture his second U.S. Open championship, the first one in 1982, 13 years later. David Husted needs 9 pins on the first ball. 9 pins. If he gets 9, he wins. Strike or spare.
8 strikes for Koehler and a 245.
There it is, second U.S. Open. Bob Strampy.
Yes. You perform when hurt like a champion. But Paul Koehler, you'll see him. And now, Joe Louis Arena.
Husted just barely rolling it down there.
All right. He's going to be in the 260s, and of course, the winner, 46,000 and more. We'll be back. Twice, David Husted has won the United States Open. From the 4th frame on, a pain in his back. And Jack Moran, the tournament committee chairman of the BPAA, with the jacket. Well,
unbelievable. You know, I'd like to thank the BPAA. A lot of you don't know, my family's in the bowling business, and we're BPAA members, and we're proud of it, and we love these guys.
what about your back?
I stuck at the 2-8 a little bit. It's just real tight right now, but it'll be fine. I won. That's the only thing that matters.
What do you think Champ had to say?
Champ's at the beach. I love you, Dad.
And Michelle, his wife, of course. Kurt Brose, who is president of the Bowling Proprietors Association of America, will help heal the left side.
Absolutely, Chris. We're proud of the fact that Dave Husted is a repeat winner.